Is up, everybody? Hey, welcome to the Death Battle Cast. We got a special one today. This one's gonna be fun. Hey, I'm Ben, joined by Chad and Liam as usual, and we got Brent.
Long
Who's that
time
in the
friend.
corner?
Hello. How's it going?
What's up, Brent? Hey, tell the viewers who you are.
Okay, so you may know me as Brentalfloss. I used to, well, I still occasionally make video game parody songs called With Lyrics. And I also used to make silly video content with Chad and Ben and the Screw Attack game back when we were all fetuses. And we're still going strong, but yeah. So it's really awesome to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. We wanted to get you on the show for a while, and I thought this one would be the perfect time to do that. Because
Yeah.
not only are you a fan of Disney stuff, but you also are very into music. Obviously, you've written musicals and things like that. And I have always said that if we do this fight, it should be a musical. So,
Yes.
Still possible. Definitely like have a soft spot for Disney Renaissance musical numbers. Really all of them. You know, I actually kind of like you might say heavily influenced by. So yeah. Yeah. I might we might even touch on a little bit of that today. Who can say?
okay.
Absolutely. We got some super chats already.
I know,
Yes,
I'm trying
I
to.
am back. I am alive. I was on a little vacation. Went to the UK, which was very fun. London is
Whoa.
very interesting, and Edinburgh is delightful. But I came back with a wonderful little souvenir called COVID. So if I sound gross, that's why. Also, right before the show started, I was like, "Oh, cast is about to happen. Let me down some throat coat tea real quick and get some Dayquil." And then after I downed the Dayquil, I looked down and went, "That was blue." So I may be on Nyquil right now. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, just
if
by
I,
the end.
Yeah.
if I doze
Yikes.
off halfway through,
You're gonna get the best
Right.
high in the world if you write it out, Ben.
Yeah, there you go. Sam will be
As
your
long as
Aurora.
you're facing the right
Good
way,
win.
I think we'll get through
Yeah.
this.
All right, let me hit some super chats super quick. Student says the donation for another Chad's outrage at the end of this cast. Like, we'll explain the rules here in a second, but I'm not gonna get screwed. Brent, there's a whole long history with the cereal mascot battle royale. I got screwed.
Chad was
Just
cuckolded
even
on
yes, we
screen.
know about that. I'm not even gonna say it right now, but we'll bring that up. Don't worry. And Ten Tails going crazy with the $100 super chat. Says the chat is going to be divided with this battle royale. No matter who they pick, like all the good princesses, most likely going to turn into red paste. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And thank you, Joe. Oh my God, there's so many. Why are y'all going so crazy today? Stop giving us money.
Well, Riley says, "Hey, Brent, just donating to say that I love Use Your Words. It's a great party game that I've played with friends
Yes!
and family."
Right on. Thanks so much. I did co-create a Jackbox style party game called Use Your Words, and Use Your Words 2 is out on Steam and about to be out on consoles. I didn't pay that person to pay you, so I could say that, but you got to take the promo where you can get it, y'all.
Exactly.
I love that
exactly.
game. I've streamed it a few times. Every friend I've showed it to has a blast. I've had friends ask if we could like, hey, can you fire up that game that we played again with all the funny things? And I was like, yeah, here we go. So
Awesome.
very excited.
Thank you.
NRK says Rapunzel has this with her show. She could take out other heavy hitters. Yeah, so let's get into this. So the Disney princess, the list of Disney princesses is there's a lot of them. So what we're gonna do today, we might not actually decide on a winner today. What I think we're gonna be able to accomplish today is narrow it down to the 4 princesses that will most likely be able to take this win, and then we're gonna do a follow-up episode later with those 4. Maybe it'll be 5, maybe it'll be 3, maybe it'll be 6. I don't know. We're gonna leave the rules up to this a little loose because of just how many characters we're about to talk about. We do have a tier list that we're gonna use to kind of like structure our conversation. This isn't a tier list to decide like which princess is better or anything like that. I don't even know if it's necessarily going to like determine who is deadlier really. It's just more so a tool for us to use to kind of like help organize our thoughts. So if we want to bring that up, there's a pretty important distinction on it, which is the characters on the bottom. So if you don't know, Disney Princess is not just an arbitrary title or word. It is an actual brand. The idea behind the Disney Princess brand is that like when Disney creates a female character, who's most likely a princess. Once their franchise kind of peters out, they can just boop, pop their main character out of it, throw them into this new brand, which is basically the Barbie of Disney, and sell them on store shelves that way. So there are currently 13 characters in the Disney Princess brand, from Snow White to most recently Raya, from Raya and the Last Dragon. However, there are 5 other characters that could be considered part of this list. Elsa and Anna from Frozen, of course, are often grouped in with these characters. They're in Wreck-It Ralph 2 with in the Disney Princess room. They are not technically in the Disney Princess brand because Frozen is more successful than the Disney Princess brand, so they don't need them in there.
Yeah.
So if you want to make the argument that they shouldn't be in this, I think there is a way to do that because they aren't technically not part of the brand, and also they are queens. They are not like literally they are queens, not princesses. So, we'll see how that conversation goes. There are also 3 characters who were part of the brand and were removed from it. So I don't know if we're necessarily going to include these 3, but they're on the tier list anyway. Jane was a part of the brand and was removed in I think 2002. Tinkerbell was a part of the brand, and then they made the Disney Fairies series, and that's way more popular than the Disney Princess brand. So they removed Tinkerbell, basically for the same reason Elsa isn't in the Disney Princess brand. Tinkerbell's no longer in it, which is one of the main reasons why I was like, oh, we should probably include these 3 because Tinkerbell, it's kind of the same thing as Elsa.
Yeah.
And then Esmeralda was removed in mid 2000s, 2005, 2008, something like that. I don't really know why Jane and Esmeralda were removed. I could theorize.
Yeah, Jane was there until 2002, so she was there for 2 years.
Yeah.
Is she like royalty or even
Is Tarzan the
she's
king
sort
of the jungle?
Tarzan's the king of the jungle, so
Oh,
maybe
okay.
Esmeralda. I don't believe what's his face.
She's
is
straight up
royalty at
not.
all.
He's like a
No.
dude.
So he's just like
Phoebus?
a guy. Yeah,
He's like a knight, I think.
yeah, something like that. So I don't know if they're even gonna really matter in the conversation, to be honest, in terms of who's deadlier. But Tinkerbell, I think, will become kind of important to this. So
Yes.
we're just gonna kind of go through this list and talk about these characters. How we want to approach it, we'll see. Flashback Cartoon Hour, does Princess Leia count? No. I did not want to put that on here because if we start putting in any princess who's been in a Disney movie, then this list is going to be 60 characters long. So
Yeah.
I specifically went for characters who have been a part of the Disney Princess brand or reasonably should be a part of it, such as the Wreck-It Ralph scene, for example.
Yeah. So Thorgy, no, Star Butterfly is not included either.
No. No Star Butterfly, no Princess Sophia, no Minnie Mouse, for example.
Vanellope.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Minnie
get
would
it.
probably sweep, dude.
So, how do we want to approach this is the big question. So we have a tier list here. The top tier is just that is okay. That is actually the old one, but whatever, that's fine. So the I don't actually know how you got that one, Sam. But so the top one is the battle, right? Red is where fuck it. Sam, we need to change these. Sam, if you could change those tier lists as I mentioned them, please do. So for red, that is going to be the battle, right? That's going to be the tier. So in order to get our goal at the end of this is to have at least 4 characters in the battle, and that's the characters that we're going to actually talk about in a future episode to determine an actual winner. The orange tier is Great Typhoon. The force of a Great Typhoon. If they have the force of a Great Typhoon, we believe they are capable of wiping everybody on the board, potentially. The yellow tier is Beast Mode. If they are a beast, then they could probably wipe people one-on-one, maybe more. The green tier is Coconut Pirate Energy. You know, the little coconut guys from Moana. If they got Coconut Pirate Energy, they're gonna mess you up, but they're probably not gonna win things, right? But they're ready to go.
Does Sam need to get? Or does he need to get rid
I
of
don't know
the
what
yellow
happened to your tier list, but it just completely broke because you're going to need to add another one. Underneath Coconut Pirate Energy is Floundering. If they're a flounder, they're there. We might love them, but they're not going to do much.
It's because
And
you
then we
skipped
need
one
to
time.
add a tier under floundering.
No, it's you skipped one. Coconut Pirate Energy needs to replace low key deadly. Everything needs to shift up.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Under floundering is sleepy.
No, you're good on beast mode. No, low key deadly is
completely fucking it up.
Yeah.
Beast mode,
This is
Coconut
great.
Pirate Energy, floundering, and sleepy. So if they're sleepy, they're an NPC. They're not doing anything. I think it's kind of obvious which ones are going to be there. So,
Yeah, who could
alright,
possibly be sleepy on this list?
that is our those are our tiers. So let's jump into this, starting with Snow White. And I think Snow White's a great character to kind of like discuss our rules for this, because I think we need to kind of like just kind of give them everything they could possibly have. For Snow White, she can talk to animals, so just bring in all the fucking animals.
Well, so that's the thing so yeah, like general animals, I think, that are in hands, birds and mice and squirrels and whatever, general woodland creatures, right? That's reasonable. They'll be around. But also, like every one of these Disney princesses has like an animal companion. And that's, I think, the biggest argument for Snow White is that like she can turn all those animals, right?
I don't think she can turn them. I don't think it's mind control. I think she's asking them for help, and she is such a pure, loving person that the forest animals. But as funny, and I considered being like Raja kill Jasmine, like beep, 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 beep. I don't think that's like how it works. I think Raja would just ignore the request for violence. I don't think. I think Snow White is just asking people for help.
Okay, so she's like Aquaman of the land.
I'm saying she's not. I'm saying she's not.
I think Aquaman can't like. Can Aquaman force a dolphin to do his bidding, or is he just really good at like talking him into?
It depends on the version.
Sometimes he can't.
Yeah. Super friends can't.
Well,
we know because we did both.
So the question with Snow White then would be: is she so pure that Raja or other animal companions will go like, "Oh, I can't attack her"?
No, I think Raja would have no problem whatsoever ripping Snow White to. I'm a Snow White hater. I think Snow White is like bottom tier, and I'm sorry. But I think that she like genuinely gets destroyed.
Okay, I have a warm take on this. My warm take is, that those 7 dwarves would do anything for her. And the thing is, it's kind of like the horse, the duck-sized horses thought experiment. It's like one dwarf, maybe not, but these are stout dudes that mine jewels with pickaxes. 7 like 4.5 foot tall people coming at you with pickaxes is a problem. Like, as long as they can get in like short scrapper range, you're in trouble. Squirrels, no. Dwarves, maybe.
So
the movie is called Snow White and the 7 Dwarves, just to be clear. If she gets that, then I think she jumps actually to the top of the like, and I'll tell you how I've organized this mentally. I think she jumps to the top of like the shitty like regular dudes tier.
Yeah,
right. Well, there really is like street level princesses, right? And then there's like
that's what it is,
right? Yeah.
Right. Let's put her in Coconut Pirate Energy for now. We can move these around as we go, right? So, but to be clear though, we're only putting her here because the dwarves are coming in
because of the dwarves.
And they're fit as fuck.
To Liam's point,
not involved,
the title
she's down to sleepy.
Yes. But the fact that Liam pointed out that the title does have them built in, I think is a good argument for them being something like a summon,
Yeah.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts.
The data mentions to have a chance at fighting Snow White, you must defeat her 7 deadly dwarves. Yeah. So she's bringing in the dwarves. Okay, I see it. Cinderella is going to be a weird one because technically speaking, and this is going to kind of set a standard moving forward. Cinderella doesn't have a whole lot of weaponry or options. She can also talk to animals. She has some friends, mice that help her out.
Yeah.
But in the 3rd movie, I think it's the 3rd movie.
Yep.
She gets the what's her face's wand. The
fairy godmother.
She gets the fairy godmother wand, yeah.
So, which has the power of transformation, flight, I believe, turning back time. So
implanting false memories.
Yeah.
transforming one person
we-
into the copy of another, animals to humans, humans to animals. Ben, we're on the same page.
Oh
Yeah.
dang.
One.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
we give her the wand, that completely changes things. But I think this is important to establish now because there are other characters who also got a magic item once, right? Or have animal companion once. And if we include it for Cinderella, then that includes it for them too. Ariel's a great
Does-
example. When we get to Ariel, she's once
Yeah.
used her father's trident.
I have
and
to talk
controls
about
the
that.
ocean.
Yeah.
So
What
I do
but-
think we're giving her the wand.
Yeah,
I
probably.
also do
yeah.
think it's a more interesting conversation.
It definitely is, but how does it end? Like, does she give it back or something? Or
She
like,
gives it back to the fairy godmother.
oh, okay.
So,
All right.
But she does possess it for a short window. I had to check today. It is
Yes.
in her hand, and the fairy godmother would be powerless to get it back from her in that moment. So if in that moment
Ooh.
Cinderella had to battle, she's OP. Just about.
So
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
Fisher 64, does she ever use it though? And here's the thing about the wand. I believe the big thing about the wand is that you have to like train to use it, and not everybody's proficient in it. So the
Lady Tremaine uses it all over that movie. How did she know how to do it?
Oh shit.
Okay.
because like what's her sister accidentally gets it and accidentally turns the fairy godmother into stone, I believe.
Yes, but then
So-
Lady Tremaine with her like, two boobs hair.
The
You know what I'm talking
stepmother.
about?
Yeah.
Contain
Like,
all the
she-
evil.
Immediately figures out somehow I could really mess shit up. I'm gonna travel in time. And she just, I think it's almost like if you think it while you're holding the wand, you can do it. And I think you have to say bibbity bobbity boo. But like Lady Tremaine really just like,
How does
tries
she
to turn
figure it
people.
out?
Anyway, yeah, we've established lots
I
of
think
things
Cinderella
can happen.
Okay.
is like the perfect like support class in this because if one of the heavy hitters like focused on Cinderella, they'd like rip her head off, right? Even with the wand. But because it's such a big battle, she can kind of disappear into the background and be like bibbity bobbity booing people like that are maybe outside of her weight class but aren't paying attention. So I think that she's like beast mode. I think that's a
Senator
Could she-
Armstrong has
Yeah.
a good
Could
point.
she? Sorry, go ahead.
Senator Armstrong has a good point. It's her fairy godmother. If we are including the dwarves for Snow White, the godmother probably should be
Oh.
included as well for Cinderella, which means
damn.
she
So-
can just not only bring in the wand, but also the godmother.
Well, this is the perfect time to talk about Aurora then.
Sure,
Because
yeah, jump over to Aurora.
because this is my big thing with Aurora. Oh,
Put-
sorry,
put
Brett, did you have
Cinderella in
something you
beast
wanted to
mode for
say?
now.
Me,
Beast mode.
I was just gonna say that she could Bill and Ted stuff. She could like go,
Yeah.
okay, I know that you're gonna start with this, so I'm gonna set an anvil above your head back in
Yeah.
time, then move forward. I don't know. That's
I'm gonna
that's maybe
stab
a
you to
little
death
bit
as a
too many
baby.
powers.
yeah.
And then we'll
With
never
the
have
wand.
to battle one.
Um,
Bibbidi
So, 'cause that's
bobbidi
the thing is,
baby
like,
death.
so Aurora, let's be real, product of her time, was very damsel in distress. Her feats are sleeping.
Yeah, she gets
But-
destroyed.
But I was trying to think about this, and I was like, okay, what about the 3 fairy godmothers that she has? It's like the red one, the green one, and the blue one, or whatever. They kind of like looked out
yeah.
for her.
They're called the good fairies.
The
I
good
think.
fairies, that's right. And they've been in a ton of shit. Like that, if that opens a Pandora's box of like every Disney afternoon special, everything, you know what I mean? Like they pop
House
up
of
a lot.
Mouse, yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm almost positive they've like turned the page of the screen that you're watching, so there might be some like fourth wall shit.
Okay.
Mm.
So like that's my only thing with Aurora, because I don't think Aurora has a chance in hell.
I mean, okay, we have to separate the idea of allies versus like weaponry, essentially, like an arsenal, right? Do the dwarves count as arsenal? Does the fairy godmother count as arsenal? Because if the fairies would probably just be allies,
Yeah.
right? So
I
here-
agree.
I have a way of addressing that. I think that if to sort of, if in case this seems too overpowered that we're giving them these things, if the princess dies, then their support does not matter. So if you're able to like snipe Snow White past the dwarves essentially like disappear from the battlefield like a summon.
they're no
So,
longer. Sure.
I think that Aurora being completely fucking useless, like she is a literal dude. Like that's it. I think that like
Okay.
is enough of a nerf. I mean, give her the fairies or don't. I don't know if it matters.
I do have a warm take on Aurora.
Okay.
You know how Wonder Woman's lasso makes you tell the truth?
Mhm.
Okay, in my head canon, look, the movie does not contradict the following theory. She has the power to instantly make you fall in love with her. There's no other explanation. She goes into the forest. A prince that can have anyone he wants is immediately like, damn, I'm in love with you. I'm literally in
That's
love with
called
you.
being
What if
hot?
true? True.
But like
It
to
doesn't-
dragon fighting levels, come on, like, you know, like,
I'm just saying, if you could, in fact, make someone on site fall in love with you, that might give you enough of an opening. Probably not to kill them, but I just wanted to point out she does have a power, at least in, we'll say, on a film theory level.
Sure.
Lesbian
Unfortunately, I
mind
believe
control.
all of these characters are straight.
Yeah.
As far as we know,
Perhaps it
yeah.
transcends.
Well, except for maybe Raya,
sexuality.
right? Maybe I don't remember specifically.
Also, Cody, Cody pointed out that Jane does have a gun, so a princess getting sniped could actually
Sniped
happen.
could- Oh shit! I
Jane
think that means
shoots Aurora.
Aurora might be like bottom. I think Aurora is unfortunately sleepy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
Well, and by
Once we know
definition,
more about the fairies.
Yeah.
Jane's already got her man, so she doesn't fall for
Yeah.
Aurora's whimsical hotness and just caps her in the face. The end.
Yeah.
Aurora's sleepy.
Kino and then a few other people have asked this question. They want to establish: are we doing just the animated versions, or are we including the live action ones as well?
Why not?
I think everything, right? We're looking at everything.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean,
We
if there's an
usually do.
argument to be had from something else, sure. This is a very open-ended kind of approach.
Oh,
So-
Aurora and Sleepy, Sam.
Yeah. Also, Lily just dropped something that has piqued my interest. Says Aurora did put a kingdom to sleep.
When?
What thing was that? I'm gonna look that up.
Well,
Oh.
Okay.
what now was that a? I mean, look, it's worth thinking about because the whole kingdom does fall asleep, but is that her doing that, or was that just Maleficent's curse?
It's the good fairies.
playing out?
Oh,
I just looked it up. It's the good fairies.
It's the good fairies. Yeah,
Put
yeah.
the entire kingdom to sleep under a sleeping spell to protect its people from the heartbreak of seeing their princess cursed.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh wow.
I'm telling you, those fairies are cracked. Like,
Maybe floundering. I don't know. Maybe we put her in floundering.
I
No.
I don't think she gets the fairies because
And it's like I named the tier for the character.
technically it's named after the dwarf, but because I thought we
Oh.
would be putting
Oh.
Snow White there too. But I'm kind of starting to think against giving Snow White the dwarves because of this, because I feel like opening the door to just any ally jumps in could become a bit of a problem.
I agree, Ben, and Dude Blade gave the perfect argument for this. Can we not include allies because then Jasmine just sweeps with the genie?
That's
True.
fair. Yeah. So let's
yeah.
change allies to pets. If we can argue that there are pets, then maybe they're in. So like Raja would be a pet, right?
Or
they're just a constant companion. They are part of their arsenal. The
Yeah.
dwarves are their own entities. They aren't necessarily part of the fight. So I think we can move
She goes to sleep.
down. Let's put her in floundering, just because we know like she can talk to the animals, and maybe the dwarves could be involved. But I don't necessarily want to make the dwarves a major factor in this, because then
and Cinderella doesn't get the fairy godmother, but she has possessed the wand, so there's
She
a
does have
argument
the
there,
wand,
right?
yeah.
Because she has.
Yeah, I think she's still fine in beast mode.
Speaking of
Ariel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great typhoon. Ariel is busted. Ariel is probably beast mode just on her own because she has games. She gets like power ups and shit. She has feats and magical abilities as being the princess of the ocean. But then she gets the fucking trident. And it's only once, but there is promo material of her as a queen with the trident. And the trident is inherited. So we can, I think, assume that like prime Ariel, Queen Ariel gets the trident. And the trident
There is an episode
busted.
in the cartoon where she uses the trident.
Yep.
Yeah,
she has possession of the trident in the cartoon.
Insanely powerful. Like,
it controls.
I would not be terribly surprised if she actually ended up winning the whole thing.
She's, I think, one of the heavy hitters of this.
For sure, yeah, because so the trident can like summon storms, shoot lightning, like control the ocean,
the entire ocean,
right?
Which is the biggest thing in the world.
So this is going to be interesting because there are multiple characters here with relationships with the ocean. So we'll get to that.
So I just want to point out, as the resident musical theater fan, I just want to point out that in the Broadway adaptation of The Little Mermaid, It turns out that Triton's wife, who's dead, was Queen Athena, and Ariel inherited her voice, I guess, godlike genetically, from her mother, Queen Athena. It is said to contain the power of the sea. That's why Ursula wants to steal it. So,
Oh,
really, I'm
shit.
just laying some icing on
Oh.
the cake of the Trident. Like,
Good lord.
she's
Okay.
got stuff. She's
Uh,
got options.
What does that mean? That she can just like control
I
the sea with her voice?
that is what
Doesn't even need the
you
Trident?
know. Having not been able to track down a bootleg of the musical, I had to rely on summaries and such. But the thing is, if we're already, I guess I'm just saying, if we're already saying she's pretty great, the notion that her voice has magical powers and is inherited by ostensibly a goddess or a demigod
Yeah.
and that's why Ursula wants to steal it. And also, there's a slightly different Ursula backstory there. But the point is, I think that only adds to
her
what
power.
she's got going on.
For sure.
Okay.
For
And the
sure.
fact that Ariel, like, she can just always hide in the ocean. The characters that that can't like swim or go underwater, they can't really hit her. Whereas she can summon storms and stuff like that, and still. So I think she has like a terrain advantage.
Yeah,
Mm,
not a
okay.
one of them has like sonar. So
Well-
like once she's down there, she's
Yeah.
she's
Yeah, there's
pretty
a few
hidden.
that are gonna have a tough time
There's-
reaching her, like Belle, who's definitely sleepy. Sorry,
Who's
Belle,
sleepy.
love you,
It's a
but like,
person.
what are you gonna do?
Right.
A dude.
Yeah.
She's
But also,
just kind of there. She's not here to fight. She's here to read a book in the corner and have a good time on her own. So
now, go ahead, Brent.
What?
'cause go ahead.
Now listen, I don't think this. I think this is a lukewarm take. I don't think this is gonna pull her out of sleepy. But credit where credit is due for my most crushed upon, I should say, Disney princess. Being well read could lead to some kind of a Walter White. I understand physics. I understand
she's
chemistry.
the brains
and
of
this
the group.
is
She's
not
gonna
Yes.
pixie
smart 'em
dust.
all.
I mean,
just say-
her dad is very nice, Liam. This is not Bixie
Thank
does.
you.
Her
An
dad
inventor,
is an
yeah.
inventor. Is he her Lucius Fox? Does she have the ability to use the machines? I mean, because she reads every other princess under the table. She owns, according to the Beast, a library. If you like it that much, it's yours. Who else can say that? But also, I guess we've decided that because all the enchanted objects are technically sapient transformed humans, they do not count. Even though they do back her up at one point, they do not count as allies that could be part of Belle's powers.
Well,
Because
her
there's like 50 household objects that could fuck you up.
Yeah, a bunch of knives, I guess, could fly in and start fucking people.
Do you remember
Yeah.
the guy that like the wardrobe falls on him? That guy is dead. That guy is no more.
That's true.
I do
Uh,
think that falls into dwarf category. So maybe
Okay,
she
fair
gets into
enough.
floundering,
She's sleepy.
Okay.
where it's like maybe the household objects could be involved, but it's not. They're not pets. I would not say that she's got a bunch of pet people silverware.
Fair.
I
Fair.
think though, at the very least, like when it comes to like, her father being an inventor, we know that he's really good at blowing stuff up. Right? We've seen that happen multiple times where like the explosion and the smoke comes out the thing. I think it's at the very least, it's reasonable to say that Belle would have access to some sort of explosive.
But
Hang on.
wasn't he blowing himself up as well? Like, isn't that part of it?
Yes,
That
but he
it's like-
survives.
Okay.
Hammerlater mentions in chat, in the live action Beauty and the Beast, Belle sings a song and travels from the town center to the hills outside town mid-word. That's pretty
shit.
fast.
Oh
She
shit.
has
Light
a
speed.
book. She has isn't
What?
it a book that can let her travel anywhere? Isn't
Hold
that the live action? Doesn't she have an object that lets her travel
It's like a
anywhere,
mirror? I
anytime?
think it's a mirror.
The mirror lets her see anything
you're
anywhere.
right.
And I
Yeah,
think
they
that
give
they
her a
added in this
teleportating book.
overstuffed freaking
Time
not
traveling
good
teleporting book.
adaptation.
She goes back
Does
in
it
time,
time
right?
or does
Like,
it just place?
I'm pretty maybe it isn't. Maybe it is just place.
The thing is that you could use that in kind of like the Flash kind of way, like I'm over there, now I'm over here. But the thing is, she still has to throw a punch or do something. Like
She could teleport
might
people like
not
off a
be
cliff or something. Like she
All right,
grabs onto
chat,
them.
let us know if you think this should be different, but I think we'll put her in floundering for now and move
Yeah.
on. But
That's
chat,
And
if you think
if-
she should be higher based on this, let us know.
And if Ariel was
Interesting.
hiding, she could technically be like, "Show me the mermaid."
Oh,
But
she could.
Mm.
It would still be kind
Ah.
of like, "Oh, the mermaid's in the sea." Well, it doesn't really
Rip.
narrow it
Okay,
down.
I'm hearing she has a lot. She could be the Lex Luthor of this group, the smart one. But I
Uh-huh.
don't see her actually being able to do much with that. So I think
Yeah.
we'll think floundering is still fine. And I think Jasmine is easy coconut pirate energy.
Yes, because she has a
'Cause,
tiger.
she's got a
Yeah.
tiger. I believe in one of the movies she's like sword fights somebody. I can't remember
So
specifically.
there's a
Or
TV
maybe the
show,
cartoon?
the Aladdin
Yeah.
TV show, which Disney refuses to acknowledge exists. We would need to find a way to watch that. Because I remember watching it as a kid, and Jasmine kicks ass in that. Like she's like a
Mhm.
member of the adventures they go around. She fights people, and I think like they're at points fighting like mythical beings and stuff. So like
Yeah, they fight gods.
yeah, like there's stuff there for
Yeah.
Jasmine. I just
Does
you can't
she get the
watch
magic
it.
carpet? 'Cause if she gets the
Oh,
magic carpet, we might put her in beast mode because she has a pretty significant advantage in
I
movement there.
I think that beast mode should be for people that can like dish shit out. I think beast mode should be for people
Okay.
that are either superhuman or have like crazy ass magic like Cinderella.
Sure. Similar thing
Um,
with Belle. Like she potentially has a lot of options, but how effective will she really be when it comes
Yeah.
to taking out other princesses? Sure. Okay.
She does
Still-
have courage, though. Have you ever noticed how in the song "A Whole New World" the carpet does a loop around Jasmine and Aladdin? Like, we are to believe that she's brave enough that suddenly, as far as she knows, she is free falling near a wonder of the world, and she doesn't poop her pants, she doesn't scream, she's just like, "Yeah, bro,
That's true.
Oh no, she's
can
a badass.
handle it." I don't know. That doesn't necessarily move her out of a tier. I'm very feeling like credit where credit is due in this conversation because they're gonna get
sure.
left behind and not be in the future thing. So it's like, let's
Yeah.
give them that.
Yeah, I think Coconut Pirate Energy is a great tier for that thing because I do think Belle would freak out if that happened to her. But Jasmine,
Yes.
cool as a cucumber with it.
Yeah. There's Jasmine's my one big asterisk that I'm like, I feel like there's some stuff, that we could find some really crazy stuff in
Hang
the
on. Well,
TV show.
Flashback just says they fight Hercules in that series.
Oh,
What?
shit.
They got okay. Aladdin
Son of
like
Zeus?
dodges Hercules' attacks, which I guess you could scale. But I believe it's also pre-training Hercules. I've seen this before.
Oh
I
yeah,
doesn't-
It's young Hercules, right?
It's
right,
young
right.
Hercules, and he doesn't really fight him as much as like is like, whoa, you can't hit me. I'm Aladdin, street rat.
They hit that riff rap.
And Night Ghost, we'll save that for another time. It's like
Okay.
we're working on the Disney Princess Battle
Yeah.
Royale. Finn
okay.
says in the live action, Jasmine sung a song that froze time, and then Thanos snapped everyone in the room one by one. What?
That's bullshit. You're lying. That's no way.
Either that's genie powers or you're just fucking lying.
You're lying.
Yeah, like,
Oh my
Okay.
god. Okay. Well, let's get through this next one before talking about our sponsor, Pocahontas. I don't
Probably shredded.
know.
No. There's no way
I
she's Great
mean,
Typhoon.
Yeah, she's fit as fuck.
Isn't she just a person? She's just like a
Like,
fit
well,
person.
I believe
she-
Colors of the Wind implies that she has some like visually that she has some control over the wind, but I don't know if that's gonna necessarily matter.
yeah,
They,
I
like,
would have
jump
known
in a
if she was an
waterfall and look
elemental
at a float
mage. Okay, my take on this being at just towing the line as I dare. Her strongest power is not combat. What do you
Hmm.
notice about almost all the Disney princesses? Their kingdoms and castles are almost all European white people coded. In other words, colonizers. And in the heat of battle, what could stop a colonizer cold? A wave of guilt. She can make you not sure.
Am I allowed to kill you?
She can make you not sure if this is cool to like,
Well,
should I? Am I part of the problem?
I think that-
I don't know.
I think the answer is that like.
counter to Merida. Then like Merida comes up to her, is like, oh
here's-
no.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. These are all like all the other Disney princesses are from medieval European kingdoms who famously had no fucking problem killing people like Pocahontas.
That's
So
a
I
great
think that,
point.
like,
True.
they
That's a
would see
great
her and
point.
they'd be driven into a blind like rage. Like just, they'd be like their like evil colonizer brain would come out and they'd be like frothing.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm dying.
A
Moana.
dream is a wish your heart makes, unless.
Yeah, Pocahontas has the
All
power
right.
of guilt. Jesus.
Floundering?
Oh, well, Janquid says she
Floundering.
has flintlocks. She has access to flintlock pistol. She does
They
fire
do
one.
have
Oh,
guns.
It's
And
so bad though.
and the wind has her back. She does see the thing about the wind, like she directly speaks with Mother Nature.
Mm.
Mhm, mhm.
So
You're
this one would
fucked.
be weird because like Mother Nature kind of has her back, right?
Mhm.
And
What does Grandmother Willow do supernaturally?
Yeah. Yeah. She just has an understanding of the wind.
Die.
I think it's the same sort of situation as Snow White, where it's like she's maybe has some stuff available, but it's not going to really affect things. I think we put her
Yeah.
in floundering.
She's
Okay.
jacked, probably.
Little
Dude
says-
floundering.
in Ralph Breaks the Internet, Pocahontas commands the wind. So that might be enough evidence to be like she can do some wind bending at least.
Okay.
Oh, she
Okay.
commands the wind in that. Okay. So
She
yeah,
could, like,
that's
redirect her
implied in the movie as
flintlocks
well. We'll keep her in pirate
into-
energy then.
Okay.
Being
If she
aimed
could
well.
Tornado
right,
you up into the air, you
Exactly.
could fall to your death, ostensibly.
Exactly.
With all the, and we'd see all the colors of the wind in the splat that you leave on the ground.
All right. Before we move on to Mulan, the warrior princess, let's talk about a sponsor for today's episode of Death Metal Cast. Hero Forge is back, everybody. Before you skip or mute, I want you to do one quick thing, which is open up a new tab. Just have me on listen for the next minute and go to heroforge.com. The most amazing thing to me about Hero Forge is that it drops you straight into this absolutely stunning character creator screen first thing. No sign up required. It's immediate. Whoever decided that is a freaking genius. And I know they decided that years ago because I've been using Hero Forge myself for well over half a decade. So I'm so hyped that they are sponsoring Death Metal Cast again because they're so cool. So if you don't know, Hero Forge is an awesome online tool for building and customizing tabletop miniatures. It's basically the ultimate character creator screen. Even if you don't play D&D or Pathfinder, if you've ever spent a whole hour customizing your character in an RPG, then you'll still really enjoy HeroForge.com. I promise you. I have made so many characters on Hero Forge. It's so much fun. And Hero Forge is super easy to use and lets you build your perfect mini using dozens of fantasy species and thousands of unique parts. Plus, you can color your mini right in the browser. Like this. I made a little whiz. So if you don't want to paint your mini or you don't know how to do it, they got your back. You can just do it right there in the app. Look at this guy. He's great. I really like how he turned out. So yeah, you can make all sorts of stuff. And they don't just have fantasy stuff. There's like sci-fi stuff and modern stuff and Western stuff. It's really awesome. So visit heroforge.com to start designing your custom miniature and dice today. And check back often. New content is added every week. Like I just mentioned, next month they will be launching custom printed dice. The same
That's
custom
cool.
printed dice that they did a Kickstarter for, that we talked about like a couple months back. That's almost here, which is awesome. So go check out Hero Forge. I actually have one of those dice right here. There's a little guy inside it. You can put a little guy inside your dice. It's great. Yeah. Anyway, Hero Forge is awesome. So go check them out. Thank you, Hero Forge.
Yeah.
All right.
Joe also wants us to. Joe says, "Hey guys, want to do my monthly reminder that you have fireside chat next Wednesday." Yeah,
That is
next
correct.
week.
Yeah.
Next week, fireside chat.
Next
week.
Wednesday.
Yep.
And actually, I did want to take a moment to give a bit of announcements on stuff like that. So yeah, next week we are doing fireside chat. That's our members only chat with the community that we do every month. But we also have a couple other members things coming up. So next week we will be announcing and starting our new Tournament of Champions sequel. It's going to be a little different from the tournament. So 2 years ago, the Rooster Teeth obviously threw everything out wrong. 2 years ago, whatever it was, we did Tournament of Champions where you guys got to like vote down a tournament a bracket to decide a matchup for an episode of Death Battle, which is where Wiley versus Tom came from. So we're going to be doing another one kind of like that, except we are changing the format just a little bit. We love, trying out new things. The researchers actually had an awesome idea, and some of the mods in the Discord. We are going to be doing Champion Island. It is going to be a Survivor/reality show inspired tournament where a bunch of characters get involved, and you guys will be voting out characters until we get to the final, pairing, and then you vote for a character that will be in a death battle, and then the matchup that they'll be in.
It's
So that'll be starting
really
next
cool.
week. It's
Yeah.
There's all sorts of challenges planned and things like that. It's going to be great. It is way more involved than the Tournament of Champions, but the team has some really fun ideas, so I'm very excited. You'll be able to jump in on challenges and help support your characters and teams to try to help get them to the end of the tournament. It's gonna be fun. We also have a new ballot banter coming up. So ballot banter is wrapping up pretty soon. That is our live show that we do every Wednesday with members.
Champions.
And yes, and so basically there were a bunch of submitted ideas on the Discord that we are getting close to the end of. So at the start of October, we will be opening up a new ballot, and Galaxy members will be able to access this ballot and suggest a death battle matchup there, and then we will be going over those in our ballot banter show from that point. So October 1st, keep that in mind. New ballot will be opening up. I believe that will be open for a couple days. We'll have more information on that in the next ballot banter as well. And of course, this weekend, Ruby versus Maka is airing on September 21st. Very excited for that. And that's the 200th episode of Death Battle, by the way, which is crazy.
Congratulations. Wow.
Yeah, we've been doing this for way too long.
200.
We also have an event coming up that we're going to. There's a convention coming up in October in Las Vegas, which probably would not be the first thing you expect us to go to. It is a convention for a game called Blood on the Clock Tower. If you're not aware of what that game is, it's sort of a social deduction game, kind of like Werewolves. But it's like way more involved than Werewolves. It's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. So we are going to this convention, Clock Tower Con in Vegas. October 24th is when it starts. It goes through that weekend. And we will be a part of the games there and enjoying things there. And we are also going to be actually posting some Blood on the Clock Tower videos on the Death Battle channel later on. So stay tuned for that. It's a super fun game, and we have some evil motherfuckers on our team who are really good at tricking us. So it's super fun. All right. Announcements out of the way. Let's get back to it. Mulan.
Okay.
The main question for Mulan is, do we give her the rocket that blew up a mountain?
So, well, Lily
It-
says
it
Mulan
didn't-
killed the most people. Experience
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
advantage.
She's got the
It
highest
caused an
kill count.
avalanche. I think you can give it to her, but it caused an avalanche. It didn't it isn't mountain level.
Yeah,
it
like, you
caused
could also-
snowfall.
Yeah, you could also just yell, and that might do the same thing.
You could give her Mushu. I would
Well,
argue to give her Mushu, and then
here's- her official animal
Whatever he
companion
does.
is the cricket, though. The lucky cricket.
oh well then, sorry, she has a sword.
Mushu is tied to her family. Like
That's
Well,
that's
Yes.
so-
That's right. Guardian spirit.
yeah,
yeah, you're
Mushu
right.
was
I think Mushu counts
Mush-
as a pet.
Mushu was only summoned to himself summon the stone dragon that he broke. So if that big stone scary dragon, now this is a stretch. I'm just pointing out that like he's kind of like, isn't he kind of like an exiled, disgraced, like just like third tier dragon being asked
Yeah.
to do this thing?
Well, by the
But,
end
like,
of the movie, he's successful. He's a real dragon, right? I don't remember.
I don't
Yes,
think it
but-
changes. He's just
Well, yeah,
given
in
his
Mulan-
guardianship status.
in Mulan 2,
He's proved
he
himself.
doesn't like, he only uses his powers to try to prevent Mulan and I think the guy's name is Shang from getting married. So like I think he would use yeah, he becomes actually like kind of a
Would he be
shitty
more of a
guy.
hindrance than a help?
yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
he
maybe.
would annoy people.
Yeah.
All right, where do we put Mulan?
She's coconut pirate energy because she has armor and she has a sword and can actually is a trained soldier. So I think
Horseback riding.
I think she's
Yeah.
the face
Yeah.
of coconut pirate energy.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree. Tiana's
Okay.
thing.
Sleepy frog.
She's okay. She's
An entrepreneur.
also fit as fuck because she's very athletic throughout the whole thing. When they're frogs, they like beat up a bunch of rednecks with guns. By the way, if we keep bringing up guns, she's also got what is the alligator's name or the crocodile's name?
Oh,
Louis.
Good alligator.
She's got a crocodile,
could be
which I think we could count as a pet. So, but that's about it.
But he's like a
I don't
cowardly, isn't he? He's a lover, not a fighter, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
she's
true.
pretty nerfed. Like what's great and powerful and admirable about her has nothing to do with battling.
Yeah.
And I
right.
mean, like she
Floundering.
could throw some freshly made
I
pies.
put her in sleep.
I know, right? She could poison them with cake, like
I think that.
Wait.
I think she probably goes in sleepy. In my opinion, she
Okay.
turns into
Yeah.
a frog. It's like, all right.
Under
If
Snow
she
White?
could-
You think Snow White's stronger than her?
I think Snow White being able to ask forest animals for help
Okay.
would be a better way to harass people. But I
Sure,
could also
sure.
see Snow White and Sleepy, frankly.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Then let's move on to Rapunzel, who has
Okay.
crazy magic powers
Great
in the
typing.
cartoon.
God tier.
Very typing.
Like, just put her in the battle. Like, there's not a chance in hell.
We're not
can't
putting
decide
anybody in
yet.
battle just yet.
All right, fine. I'm
Putting her
just
in Great
saying.
Typhoon.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For
She goes Super Saiyan.
we got a lot to talk about. For those that don't know, the Rapunzel TV show is absolutely insane. Like, she's cut like a mountain in half. They gave her the opposite power to her healing power with the moon drop or whatever, so she can like sing, or she can say the chant or sing the thing that then like has a death aura around her. These crystal spikes can like rip shit apart. It's fucking wild. So like, anyway, surprisingly, Rapunzel top of the list for the Disney Princess Battle Royale.
She's got crazy magic powers. All right. Merida.
Okay, I mean, best archer for sure, right?
Big
Yeah.
Hawkeye energy
Yeah.
in every way.
She's
At
super
least on-
coconut
at least in
pirate
this
energy, I think.
Floundering though, right? Like
No, she has arrows. She could snipe. She could snipe
Okay,
Pocahontas. She could snipe Jasmine. She could
Right.
snipe Mulan.
the question here is who's gonna snipe Aurora before
Yeah.
Harry
Yeah.
shows up, right? Anybody who could do that goes in pirate energy. Yeah.
Do we
yeah,
give her
alright,
the
Meredith's
ability to
there.
transform into a bear? Did we do that?
I don't think she knew what she
Does
was
that
doing when
matter?
she made that happen. Like, could she replicate that without the witch
That
or
movie was
whoever gave her
really
that?
boring, so
Yeah,
I
probably
did
not.
not remember anything from it.
I'll say this just to like credit where credit is due. Like, Elsa, I think we're also going to find, spoiler alert, is a bit OP. But if
Right.
this were a battle of shot for shot, like she's Scottish. And even though Elsa's kind of Norway coded, like
Yeah.
Elsa being Norway coded, Norwegians, and I have it on literally, I've been there 3 times, they can drink. But if this were a shot for shot battle, I'm just telling you, I know
Yeah.
it to be true. Merida could probably drink any of these other characters under the table.
Oh yeah.
Just
I
say.
buy it.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious. Okay.
I think Merida goes coconut pirate energy.
That sounds like coconut pirate energy to me.
Hell yeah, for sure. All right.
Moana.
So I haven't seen Moana 2 yet.
Either by.
Yeah. So I'm hoping. I saw some people say that she does get more powerful in that. So I'd be interested to hear about that. But the big question here, which is something that Ben brought up when we were talking about how we were going to handle this whole thing. So Ariel, big deal, ocean, right? And they'd have to be fighting near a shore, right? Because water's involved with
Yes.
a couple of these characters is critical. So they'd have to be near like the ocean, right? The ocean is like best friends with Moana. So
Yeah.
like it comes down to like what is its relationship with Moana more powerful than being controlled by the trident, right? Like
It cannot do what she wants. It'll help her out, but it won't help her when it thinks that she can do it on her own. So I think that it's sort of similar to Snow White, like asking the forest animals for help. Which is still, I mean, let's
Yeah.
be clear. I think Moana is beast mode because she can ask the ocean for help and she'll answer. But I would say that Ariel with the trident probably has a better like amount of control.
The ocean is
my
also
head-
unable to fight the Dormammu looking monster thing. In the
Tafiti?
first movie.
Tafiti, yeah.
Yeah. When she's like evil and fiery, a lava monster. So the ocean needs Moana's help. So I think Ariel would probably still take control over it, and the ocean would not be
Yeah.
able to fight that.
My
That'd be
head
so
canon is
sad.
that the
I think she's beast mode.
my headcanon is that the ocean does things for Moana almost like willingly, whereas the trident almost like hypnotizes the ocean into doing its
Sure.
will. Like it's a different kind of motivation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the
so
ocean's will versus Ariel's will.
It is the question
Right.
of like, could Snow White turn Raja against Jasmine? No. Could Ariel turn the ocean against Moana? Yes. That's gonna
Okay,
be super sad.
so potential saddest death by far. Like
Drowning!
the ocean, it like even has like the look like it doesn't want to do it, but then it just drags her down.
no.
Like, you know?
Oh no.
Now, here's a quick question about Moana. Is the ocean okay, we know that like okay, I'm trying to think this through. Rivers touch the ocean but flow into it. The ocean
Yeah.
typically doesn't flow into rivers, right? Rivers come from mountains most of the time. So like we
Sure.
couldn't argue that because the water is contiguous more or less that Moana actually controls rivers and tributaries as well because that would give her land water powers even though still got to be close to a river. You can't drag her too far away. But like
No, 'cause
is
that's
that a
just like-
stretch? Is it salt
that's
water?
just
Does
like
she only have
saying
saltwater
Moana
powers?
can control like the water cycle. Like she controls the water
Well,
vapor in the air.
so
That
a
is,
couple-
I think, a stretch.
A couple super
Moana-
chats came in, and they're letting us know that. And sorry, guys, this is a little spoilers from Moana 2, but it's been out for a while. Apparently, by the end, she becomes an actual demigod and is able to control the ocean.
Okay.
Oh,
So she's competing with Ariel. Interesting.
So the ocean is
I-
like, y'all, don't make me choose. This is incredibly awkward.
Yeah.
Like, please just don't battle.
I've heard that it's not totally clear how much power she has. I'm looking at a respect thread, and it said that she only just recently became it and doesn't like
Right,
sure.
show off. I don't know the extent. And it's
So sounds like it's a similar situation as Elsa. Because Elsa has like almost the exact same thing happen at the end of
Mhm.
Frozen 2.
And she
yeah,
has
I'd
like
say
defeated a god, right?
kind of. I mean,
Along with-
Moana's. I think Moana understands the ocean well enough that she could probably compete with Ariel, assuming she has full control over it. So sure, Great Typhoon. I think that makes
Okay,
sense.
cool.
Raya.
Giant.
She's good. She's got a good sword.
Yeah,
She's-
it's the
there's
whippy
something
sword.
weird with her sword. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Is it like a chain sword?
it's like Ivy's sword in Soul Calibur. It goes out
Yeah.
as a whip.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a bisecting sword or whatever,
Mhm.
or separating sword. She's really good at that, at swordsmanship. So she can compete with like Mulan in terms of like warrior princess
Yeah,
status.
she is a warrior princess, I think is what she's literally called.
Yeah. Her whole thing is she's the guardian of the dragon stone or whatever it is. The dragon is the question.
Yes.
Sisu, whatever her name is the dragon a pet? And if the dragon is a pet, we once again have a character who can control water. Because I'm pretty sure the dragon is like the manifestation of water or something like
I
that.
think it is. Yeah, yeah.
So
the ocean's
like,
oh,
is it a matter of being like sentient or sapient? I don't know what the word is, but like, you know, the the cricket, for instance, that we talked about,
Mhm.
cannot really speak, probably doesn't quite have a human level of problem solving ability. This is like a funny, full of attitude, played by I think Aquafina.
It's Aquafina.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like knows things on a level that is, you know, comports with human intelligence. So like the question is, does that does that transcend the level of a pet and become, you know, like the dwarves and like the fairies?
Right. Yeah, chat, let us know. I'm going to be looking at chat. Let's go ahead and jump over to Elsa and Anna while chat kind of like Yeah, chat. Let us know if Raya should be in Coconut Pirate or higher. But I think she's at minimum.
Elsa's-
We can put her in Coconut Pirate energy right now. I think at minimum she's there. All right.
Elsa, great
but
typhoon.
let us know if she should be somewhere else.
Yeah. Great
Elsa,
idea.
Great Typhoon, right?
100%.
Like,
Yeah.
Goddess
Obvious
of
choice.
ice, pretty much, like can create
she's an ice
sentient
spirit.
life,
Literally
grows a
an ice spirit.
country. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
Elsa's a very, very
Accidentally.
strong contender for sure.
She's the fifth spirit
Yes.
of elemental nature, whatever. What is it called? Like the
Yeah. She's the fifth spirit of just like it's basically her her mom was given powers because of an act of love or whatever, and so then she inherited it, and she's supposed to be the bridge between like the magical world and the human world, and so she renounces her queendom to her sister, and then she's like, I gotta go be like an ice god. But the really interesting thing that's gonna be when we try and analyze Elsa is we can see a lot of the stuff that she's done, and so like there's like some crazy calcs that we can do, but canonically her power grows every day. It's not just in the song Into the Unknown, right? Which is, every day is a little harder as I feel my power grow. She then even quotes, like, after she becomes the goddess, she ends up doing stuff that she couldn't do before. I found like a book. It was like, like one of the, we read a book for the kids, basically, is the movie. And like, it says that she directly mentions that her power is still growing. And it's why Olaf gets like permafrost or something and doesn't need the little like cloud above him anymore. So that's going to be hard because she's literally getting stronger every day.
And does Marshmallow count as a non-sentient, like
She could
something on the
technically
order of a
create-
pet?
She
yeah,
can do
she
that.
could technically
She could-
create a
she
bunch
could-
of them.
Yeah.
She can make
She
an
creates
army for
life.
herself.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
And she's like is she the only inherently supernatural princess? Like that doesn't have
No.
an external access to supernatural powers? She's among the
Well,
only. if
Ariel's a
not the
mermaid.
only.
Rapunzel also does, but
Okay, fair
Um,
enough. Fair enough.
oh, I guess
And
I guess she wasn't born with it. She got it from the flower. Yeah, Elsa's the only one who was born with it, right?
Yeah.
No, she got it from the
Yeah.
trolls. I can't
No,
remember.
Elsa was born with it. And which this is another thing too. Like we saw what happened when she accidentally just did a little burst and a little piece, like just the tiniest little unfocused bit of her magic hit Anna's heart. Anna almost died. It was a slow burn, right?
But she could do that instantly to somebody.
But she can do that instantly, and if she actually like focused it, like dead. Like
Sure.
there's a lot of
She can one-shot
insta kill.
Another one who can snipe Aurora.
Yeah.
Just put a
Anna's
crosshair
sleepy
over
though,
Aurora
right?
right now. Like
Yeah. Anna's sleepy, right? Like Anna's just like
yeah,
a less
dude.
smart Belle.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
That sounds mean, but I don't know. She's just kind of there. I guess she's got what's the reindeer's name? Maybe would help her out. But
Sven. But like
Yeah.
she's in the words
she's not
of
here for
Tenacious
combat.
D,
She's here to
F
cheer on
plus.
Elsa.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Jane has a
Okay.
gun. Floundering.
Yeah.
Does just having a gun automatically put you in floundering? Okay, Jane has a
I think
gun.
so.
Does she actually use the gun? Does she know how to use a gun?
I think so.
That's why
Oh,
she's
she-
only
speaking of-
floundering.
Hang on. Jane can do the like vine surfing,
Yes.
which is like
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what
incredibly superhuman. She's
Yes.
floundering. Like,
As long as
she's
the battle
higher
takes
than-
place in a very specific part of the jungle.
Yeah.
She's
Hey, we're saying
great
it
at-
takes place by the ocean. There could be a jungle next to it.
yeah,
All right, let's
yeah.
skip to Esmeralda. I think Esmeralda is also in the one of the bottom tiers.
Which is a person.
Sleepy or floundering, whatever. I don't think it matters. Tinkerbell's the trick, right?
Yeah. Okay. I have a little thing prepared. I have thoughts.
Okay.
Tinkerbell is sort of the cutoff point between the contenders and the not contenders. Tinkerbell does not have a whole lot, but she can fly. She can use pixie dust to make things fly. She can lift things, even like entire ships. And she can fly fast enough to dodge lightning. And I'm just thinking, like, if she could do that like continuously, she could turn herself into like a Tinker Bullet and just like punch through anybody. And I think that is like a really strong offense. Like I'm thinking of the end of Wanted. Like one of them Elsa looks down or something and sees like an X in pixie dust on the ground and is like, oh, and then like Tinkerbell just explodes out of her head. So I don't think Great Typhoon. I think that's a stretch. I would say Beast Mode, unless there's more that you guys know about.
Well, so I'm trying to remember because there's a time when Kira watched like all there's tons of the movies in the Fairyverse, right? So there's the Never Beast thing, and that deals with like magic and stuff. There's like the pirate ones, where she has a sword and shit. So like, I don't. There's probably some other crazier stuff in there, but so I will say she does have combat experience. That's for sure.
He does.
And
Okay.
Janquin in the chat says in the '03 Peter Pan, in order to get to Neverland, you need to fly past several galaxies. In the original,
Oh!
I'm sorry. MFTL.
Yeah. So like,
Brent,
and then he
that's
said in the
massively
original
faster
animation,
than light.
it seems to be a
Yes,
massive
yes.
star cluster popping
The
in back.
FTL got in there. The thing is, for a second, I was like, "Oh, like Mario Galaxy, Mario faster than light." Got it. Yeah.
Than light.
Yeah.
No,
All right,
I'm with you.
Real quick, let's move Moana to Beast Mode because I think this is gonna become the poll to decide the four. So let's move Moana to Beast Mode.
Only because we don't know enough, right?
Exactly. We don't know if we know Ariel can control the ocean. We don't know the extent of Moana's control. So if Moana is going to be in this fight, a big question is going to be: does Ariel have more control over the ocean than Moana? And that would become like a major part of the argument, a major part of just the discussion. And if that's what we want the discussion to be for this battle, that's fine. But Cinderella and Tinkerbell also have other things unrelated to the ocean that might be more effective in this four-way battle. Assuming Ariel, Rapunzel, and Elsa are the other three. And that's the main question I wanna ask chat right now. We have three people in Grand Typhoon: Ariel, Rapunzel, and Elsa. Are these three gonna be in the battle, the four-way battle? And are we essentially deciding between Cinderella, Tinkerbell, and Moana who should join them in the four?
Yeah.
Is that the way to go? I think that's the way to go for this, and we will have a poll between Cinderella, Tinkerbell, and Moana. But I'm curious what chat thinks. I'm also curious what you guys think.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. Also, I just realized Tinkerbell got that ant strength like for the size. Remember when she kicked the shit out of Robin Williams? Like as of like she's like that big,
stronger.
Yeah. In Hook. So like
now, wait, is Hook a Disney movie? Can we incorporate other universes of Peter Pan?
No.
Like, okay, I'm fully standing Cinderella and ready to just like throw down. Though the only thing about Cinderella is if you knock the wand out of her hand or shoot it or whatever, or water it out of her hand, she does become. It's the Batman problem. You take his gadgets and his car and everything away. If he's just Batman in his underwear, he's in trouble in a lot of situations. So but I still like Cinderella's versatility. Doesn't need to be near the water. Doesn't need to be near jungle vines. I
also do like the idea of having like a classic Disney character. Because Ariel is Disney Renaissance, Rapunzel and Elsa are modern. Having a classic one in there is fun.
I understand bringing in Moana, but I feel like Moana is just gonna be like, oh yeah, we decide between her and Ariel, and then that's it. Then we move on to the three that's resulted from that. Whereas Tinkerbell or Cinderella, I think, would be a more interesting conversation. But again, that I don't know.
Here's a question.
The poll is up, by the way. Everybody's watching live. Go ahead and vote for who you think should join the four.
Here's a question: is it fins Ariel or legs Ariel?
She can go back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh,
she can control that, right?
Yeah.
No. She has to sign a scroll. Oh wait, did they eventually make it where
I think in the TV show she can just go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I also want to add that people I've seen bring up is that there is this mobile game called Disney Mirrorverse, where it is an alternate universe where everybody is a warrior. So like they all have like powers and are like combat focused to fight off some fucking dark being or something. I don't know if we would count that because that's like explicitly a different universe where they are explicitly different. But in that, Tinkerbell does get a stand made out of pixie dust. They actually all get shit. They get crazy shit in that, apparently. I'm seeing people talk about it.
Yeah.
One other thing to consider, if we do bring Tinkerbell into this, then technically speaking, only 2 of the 4 are officially part of the Disney Princess brand.
Oh.
Does that matter? I don't know if that
I
necessarily
mean,
matters.
Interesting.
I'm gonna throw a wrench into this that we don't have to elaborate on, but if Tinkerbell is in, it's crazy to me that Kita from Atlantis isn't in. She is the princess of Atlantis. I'm
I saw.
just we
Sleepy.
stand.
Yeah.
We
So
in
just
this
a reminder,
house.
the reason
we
why
stand.
Tinkerbell is here at all is
Yeah.
because she used to be part of the brand and was removed
Yeah.
from it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kita
Tinkerbell
was
is the
never a part
most
of it.
bloodlusted. I'll say that as well. She is the most likely to immediately like fight and kill. Tinkerbell is like rough. Tinkerbell is mean. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, she's like a bad bitch. Like
She's
Yeah.
a secret
Yeah,
petty to
yeah.
throw down. Yeah.
She's vengeful. She's petty, and
she
she's
tries to
powerful.
kill Wendy.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that's
she try
true.
to
Yeah.
She
kill
does.
Wendy?
Pettiness
Also,
is a powerful force.
Yeah.
oh God, what a tremendous weakness. All you have to say is I don't believe in fairies, or is that just Hook? No, what happens? Oh no, she gets poisoned. That's what it was in the Disney
Ooh.
classic. She gets poisoned, right? And then you had to like clap her back to life or something.
That's
was
I
it?
think that's the
You have to,
Mary
like,
Martin,
slam
like
her
the
against
the that's the musical version, right? Like, which I love, by the way.
Yeah.
But is that not in the is the Disney movie? Does that include you got to clap to show her you believe in her to bring her back? I don't remember that in the Disney one.
I don't remember. This would be hard to lock down.
I love that, like, I mean, with an audience that almost definitely includes Zoomers and maybe some Gen Alphas. We're talking about the 1960s TV broadcast of the Mary Martin Peter
Yep.
Pan. Like, until
I
I
grew up watching
die,
that.
I'm gonna let people
So-
know that's a thing.
Mhm.
We need to wrap this up here, but there's also another option. Instead of narrowing it down to 4, we could just bring all 6 into our follow-up, right? It would be a beefy discussion, but we could focus on Ariel, Rapunzel, Elsa, Cinderella, Tinkerbell, and Moana, because I feel like we've essentially locked down that these are the 6 that are most likely to have a chance at winning this, right?
Clip
Yeah.
this, y'all, because Chad's face does not say yes. I don't know if
No,
that's on
I'm-
purpose or not.
No. I'm lost in thought, and then I'm also reading the
It
chat.
would end if it was a tournament, it would end in a 3-way, which is maybe fine. But just putting that out there.
Mhm.
It wouldn't be an
Yeah.
it would be an
So,
even
chat, what do you
2
think?
versus
Do we just say these 6 are the ones that we go with into the battle, and we just try to like talk about 6 characters in a single death battle cast? It's gonna be a lot. Or do we go with the vote? Okay, so I'm gonna end the poll here. The poll is pretty resoundingly Tinkerbell.
Okay.
So essentially,
okay.
the decision here is either do we just bring Tinkerbell in, and that's the 4, or do we just say we also bring in Cinderella and Moana, and we'll just, if we need to, we can focus on Tinkerbell, but we could we could still talk about Cinderella and Moana because there's some interesting things there to talk about. Again, I think Moana is ultimately just going to come down to, does Ariel beat her ass?
Yeah.
Yes, no, the end, move on. I think that's really all it comes down to. So I think she's an easy one to figure out. once the
Kino's
actual
throwing
video happens.
an alternate suggestion. Kino goes, I say do top 3. Just don't even worry about
Top 3? All right. I'm seeing a lot of people in chat saying go for the 6. We'll go for the 6. All right. So this is our. So
Oh,
let's
God.
bring Cinderella,
All right.
Tinkerbell, and Moana into the battle. But if we get to a point when we're doing this episode and we're like, oh my God, there's just too much to talk about, we will remove Moana and Cinderella from the equation if we need to. Right? Because like ultimately, Tinkerbell won the vote. So I do think that's important to keep in mind. So Ariel, Rapunzel, Elsa, Tinkerbell, Moana, and Cinderella will appear in a follow-up Death Battle cast where we determine who would win the Disney Princess Battle Royale.
Yeah. Heads up, that's not going to be like next week, and then we got Skeletober coming up, so like just
It'll probably be ways down the line.
yeah, it'll be in a bit.
Is there a Disney movie coming out? It would be great to time it with that. But either way, this is our holy shit. Okay. This is our battle, guys. What do you guys think?
Oh,
I mean-
that's so annoying because the thumbnail that I made I just picked random ones is these exact characters, but swap Tinkerbell for Mulan. So it's just gonna be the exact same thumbnail, but swap like I'm gonna remove Mulan and put like a really tiny Tinkerbell in her place. Do the exact same thumbnail.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Well, this is fun. This is fun. I think this is great, and I think we came up with a really good matchup here. Thanks for joining us, Brent.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's been so fun. It's been like a fun little reunion after all these years. Thanks for having me
Yeah.
on.
No, you're great, man. That was awesome.
Absolutely.
We added a lot. That was
Yeah.
really cool. Well, we do have our champion cast, which we're gonna throw over to because we went a little long, but I mean, we had to. Hey, honestly, I'm proud of us
This
for
is
the amount
important.
of characters we had to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
we did it. So
We covered a
yeah,
lot.
make sure you go
Yeah.
watch us over there.
I know a lot of people had some extra stuff to talk about with certain characters in chat. So if you want to check out those, especially the super chats, feel free because there's some very interesting feats mentioned for characters like Elsa and Ariel and Tinkerbell in the chat. So maybe check those out. And that way, when we do go into the full battle coming up in an upcoming Death Battle cast, we can consider those as a part of the argument to decide the winner of it. Of course, this is also, I think, an actual Death Battle episode that we would love to do at some point. And maybe,
Oh,
the
yeah.
winner matches up if we do eventually do that episode. Or maybe we would decide something different there. That would obviously be a completely different situation where we would dive into some really niche and unknown factors about these
Oh, yeah.
characters. Whereas I feel like this Death Battle cast is going to be a little bit more surface level, but we'll see. I don't
There's
know.
so many-
Maybe we'll come up with some crazy facts about these characters when
There's so
we
many
talk about them next time.
Random books, right? That they just write for these princesses. So like,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
knows what's in some of
Yeah.
that stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Again, Ruby versus Maka, episode 200 of Death Battle is coming out this Sunday, September 21st. It's going to be awesome. Next week, we got a bunch of members only stuff happening. We've got the fireside chat on September 24th. We've got a new Tournament of Champions.
Champion Island.
Champion Island is coming next week. If you are not in the Death Battle Discord, go join that and you'll be able to participate in Champion Island. And we also have a ballot banter coming up in the following week, the start of October. And that'll be for Galaxy members only. If you are not a Galaxy member, but you want to become a Galaxy member to participate in that ballot, just a heads up, you might need to relink your Discord account to your YouTube account to make sure that it registers as a Galaxy member. I believe there's just a button in the link page where you reconnect it or whatever, so it updates it. You might need to do that. I'm not entirely sure. We'll double check that before we get to that point. But yeah, a lot of awesome stuff coming up, and of course we got the Blood on the Clock Tower Con in October. Check that out. It is in Las Vegas. I believe the website is just vegasclocktowercon.com or something like that. So check that out if you want to join us. We're going to be playing the game there live with you guys, with everybody who comes out to the convention. It's going to be super fun. So hope to see you all there.
Yep.
And again, Brent, thank you for joining us. This is super great.
Yeah. Do you have anything you
total
want to
pleasure.
plug?
Okay, so if you remember my old YouTube stuff where I made funny songs about video games, I am a little bit back. I've been doing YouTube shorts using jingles from Mario games, Sonic games. There might be a Mega Man with jingles, Mega Man jingles with lyrics coming up. You may have literally heard it first. And also, I'm the co-creator of a party game that's a lot like Jackbox, called Use Your Words. Use Your Words 2 is out on Steam and coming soon to consoles. Check it out. It's super fun. Wish list it, get it on sale, but it's an amazing time.
It's
Thanks.
really, really, really fun.
Yeah,
All right, perfect.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for joining us for this extra beefy and saucy Death Battle cast. It's a weird way to describe it.
What is this Taco Bell sign off?
Cheesy and
I had
beanie and-
NyQuil right before this, so it's starting to hit me. I'm a little sleepy.
Oh yeah,
You
the
can put me in
NyQuil.
sleepy
That's right.
tier. You can put me in the sleepy
Oh.
tier. I'm
You did
everything's a little
great.
fuzzy now.
You did great.
Yeah. All right. See you,
All
champion
right,
cast.
everybody. Stick around. We'll start Champion Cast, and you guys will be moved automatically into that. I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about for it. I might just be asleep the whole time. We'll see.
It'll be
All
great.
right. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time.